I'm that gay glass, and today I'm here with.
Proper fuck. So I'm Mick. This is Phil. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm Mick. I play guitar in Proper Fucked.
And I'm Phil, and I play bass and do a bit of vocals in Proper Fucked.
Can you explain your sound to somebody who's never heard it before, please?
I'll let you do that.
Oh God, good luck. This is one of our things. Like we really struggle to put a stamp on our sound. I think we're probably Wormrot meets Converge, meets Spaz, meets a bit of Discharge, DBT stuff. I suppose it. Yeah.
And a bit of noise in there as well.
Yeah. Whatever we fancy, really. We try not to. We've all been in bands for years, so we try not to sort of limit ourselves with our influences. Like with our new tracks, I clearly rip off Sepultura. So whatever.
We have like a fluid with writing records. We don't don't usually stick to a verse chorus kind of thing. It's just like kind of come up with riffs. We start jamming it along, and then our vocalists normally come up with some lyrics on the fly, and then they say, I'll go back and I'll write lyrics, and then we record it, and then record it on our phones, and then we just play it back and just see what needs tweaking. 9 times out of 10, the songs just pretty much go as they are. We don't really change them that much.
I think the one thing is we always try and make it reflective, because our name, Proper Fucked, is like a real T-side kind of terminology, so that's where it came from. So it's reflected like sort of where we live, where we've grown up, and kind of something which sums up our sound. And I think the fact that it is Proper Fucked, it sums up the sound. It's a bit of everything, really.
Yeah. One of my questions actually was, where did you get the band name from? So you've kind of already answered that.
Yeah, it was. As always with any band, there's always like loads of shit names which bounce around. Like we had Enziguri, because we're weird wrestling fans, and that was one of the things which were like, that sounds good. Like a kick to the head sound sums up our sound. And then we just started throwing around some like T-side slang. Swear down, yeah. Or I wouldn't dare. And then as soon as we said Proper Fucked, we're like, that's the name.
Yeah. It's a really good name. It's quite strong. How did the band come together?
So me and Sai have sort of been in and out of bands together for a while, and then we've done something with Chris, who's our drummer. Sai's our vocalist, and then we played Join My Band / Band Tinder, as I refer to it, which is an awful website, and then on Facebook and stuff. And we found Phil. And sort of went from there.
Yeah, so we were originally going to try and do a kind of go grind type of stuff, and then me and Mick met with Chris, and we just started doing jamming, just coming up with some riffs and stuff like that, And then the sound evolved. Obviously, we're all influenced by hardcore, we're all influenced by grindcore, and we just kind of tried to meld them together with writing the lyrics, writing the riffs, So we didn't really start writing songs till about maybe the end of May, June, because we kind of just jamming things out, and then once we got like a flow, we started writing the songs. And our first gig was actually October last year. So we've done, how many gigs we've done now? 5?
I don't know. We're not many deep, are we? We're trying to be because we've all been in bands for years, so we're trying to be like really like efficient with what we do. We don't want to oversaturate the market and be like, God, they play every single gig going, but we also want to make sure that when we do play, we've got something to bring rather than playing the same set over and over again. We want to make sure that we can, if people have seen us before, that we bring something new. It seems to be working out quite well for us, really.
Where do you see the band in 1, 5 and 10 years?
God, good question. We've sort of set ourselves little goals to play certain shows, haven't we, with certain bands. I think today we're achieving definitely a dream for a few of us with like playing with Agnostic Front. That's one of the reasons why some of us picked up guitars, basses and drums and stuff, and got into that band. Yeah, so that's really helped. I think playing certain shows, so Obscene Extreme is definitely one which is on our radar to sort of try and get into Europe and play some shows. But just record get out and play as many gigs in the UK, Europe, and as far as possible, and kind of go from there. Let it be quite organic as well. So far, like I said, we're 6 gigs in, and we're on the same bill.
We haven't really played anywhere apart from Middlesbrough as well. So, obviously coming here to Newcastle, it's a totally different crowd. The crowds, the shows that we've played, are quite violent actually. But it's a good scene. It's an absolutely blooming scene at the moment, and it's only getting better. Oh dear. So 5 or 10 years, I don't know. We kind of don't plan for the future.
Yeah, 5 or 10 years, that'll be. Yeah, we definitely want to just keep doing what we're doing. It's been quite organic, really. It's been quite good in regards to, like I said, 6 shows in and support agnostic front.
Yeah.
Like another 6 shows, and we've got a show with J.K. Flesh, which is a big influence of mine. Like she's the guitarist, or was one of the guitarists in Napalm Death, which is a massive influence on me. So all these things are doing like quite natural. It keeps it kind of happen good. So yeah, just keep riding this wave for as long as we can, really.
When did you first pick up an instrument or make music?
Right, this is where we age ourselves.
Yeah, I am not giving my age. I'll tell you how old I was. I won't say how many years.
I was about 4. We were talking about this earlier, actually, and the big influence of like, even though it's not a big influence on the band, but a big influence on me is Kurt Cobain, and the fact that like I was 4 years old, heard Nevermind, and I was like, I need a guitar. So without hearing like Smells Like Teen Spirit, I don't think I would have picked up a guitar until maybe much later. But yeah, that's a long time ago. But yeah, what about you?
I was 14, and at the time I was in Nirvana, starting to come through. So that kind of gives you a hint at our age when Nirvana were going. But
you were 14. I was only
14. I wasn't allowed one until I was 14. Like I actually begged my dad to give me one. But I was into Pink Floyd as well, and Iron Maiden. So
we are showing our age.
it was just a cheap strap, really. But yeah, making music wise, I didn't really start making music until I was in the army with a couple of lads. We had a band together, but it was more like Green Day kind of Nirvana kind of stuff. And then I was in a band when I left the army. We did a few tours up and down the country. Not massively famous, but we were kind of a screamo type stuff. And then I didn't do anything for 20 years. I've got a family and stuff, and then answered Mick's message on Facebook, and we went from there. We both had similar interests. He mentioned one band, I mentioned another. It's like yes. So and that's kind of where it stemmed from there.
That's how we've ended up where we are. I think for like Chris as well and Si, it's quite similar in regards to, I think, just hearing alternative music.
Kids, yeah.
Like Chris earlier mentioned getting into Slipknot, like a massive gateway drug, I suppose, for him. And then just finding stuff like Waking the Cadaver, which are like the slammy bits of our sound. I suppose they're quite a big influence as well. It's quite natural that he's come up with.
It's good because all 4 of us have individual influences and things like that. But we don't strive to be one kind of certain sound. It's just everyone puts in, and even size vocals, they can go. It's got such a good range, but there's no he's not imitating other vocalists. He's got his own kind of way of doing things, which is really, really good. It's fun. It's we enjoy getting together and rehearsing and jamming things out, and we can all agree when something doesn't sound right, and then we get goosebumps when something does, and it goes really well. So
that's a good way to have it.
I think that's a good thing about being old fuckers, basically. Is basically that we've been there, haven't we? And we've been in bands where actually we've maybe tried to fit shit into like a square peg, and it's just like, it doesn't work. Whereas with this, it's like that shit, move on. It kind of works. So yeah, it's good fun.
What themes or messages do you explore in the lyrics of the songs?
Probably where we did need Si. See, we booted Si from this because he's an opinionated prick. But maybe we did need him. Who knows? I think the message is it's very social, political in regards to looking at where we all grew up.
The area
we grew up. especially in the current climate with like knobheads like Reform getting more of a stronghold and living in a place such as Teesside where there is such a divide between, I'd put it as right and wrong, but almost
right and left, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of right wing things, there's a lot of lefties as well, but we try not to get too political, because obviously people ask certain questions about things. What's your opinion? This, what's your opinion? That, and so we've all got individual opinions and our own morals and standards. But as a band, we just kind of try to tell people the truth about what it's like to, live in an area that's poor, an area that's had lots of job losses and things like that. But then we like to keep with what's in the UK. Obviously, we know about what's going on in Gaza and stuff like that. And we all absolutely abhor what's going on, but we try to keep the themes of the lyrics to what's happening in the UK so people can relate to them. Obviously, when we go to, if we played in Europe or anywhere else, there would be like, what's Teesside,
Yeah.
But we try to keep it so that people can relate universally, do you know what I mean, in the lyrics. But Si's he keeps his lyrics very, very close to his chest, so sometimes we don't even know what he's saying, but he normally tells each song and says, this is about this is about that. The main area.
Yeah, it's like, because I think it's important to write about what we know about. Like, again, we've all been in bands where you've maybe just written like bullshit lyrics which fit a theme and a trend, but Si definitely goes with what he knows about what he witnesses. Like one of the songs is around about sort of those with addiction, around know when it's safe, which is a big thing for, I suppose, all of us in very different ways, but it's all, it reflects our background and what we witness on a day-to-day basis, basically.
Yeah, a big part of that gig last is putting the Northeast on the live music map, because I guess I'm very passionate about like artists that never really come up here at all. You've kind of covered like every question.
Yeah, we can talk.
How do you decide the overall vibe or mood for a project?
I'll let you answer that one.
This comes from, again, the world we live in, whether it's sort of where we live or maybe what we do for a profession and all that type of stuff, and what we witness, shit we've been through. I think that really, again, quite naturally, rather than it's sort of saying, ooh, that's it. We talk loads of shit. No, sound, don't worry.
Find a way to charge it. Had a power cut this morning.
Oh, did you? I was like, who did you put on Insta about? Right, that was who it was. I'd seen someone put
I was about to dry my hair as well.
Oh, what?
I couldn't even use my hair dryer. It was just all going wrong. Right, anyways, thank you.
Right.